Okay, we're going to do quick examples for the index of refraction. Remember that the index of refraction is the ability of a transparent material to bend light. When light hits a new medium at an angle, the speed changes, and when the speed changes, the um, the direction changes. So here's example number one. It says, what is the index of refraction of an unknown substance if it allows light to travel at 2.5 times 10 to the 8th meters per second? So remember what we're going to do. We're going to compare the speed of light in the material with the speed of light in air or in a vacuum, and that's going to give us this n value, or the index of refraction. So what do we know? We know that the velocity of the object is 2.5 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. We know that the speed of light is 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, and then we're looking for n. The equation is n equals c over v. C is 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. Remember, on your calculator, it's easy to put that in using the 2 capital E button. So it's EE on your calculator, but then it'll just look like this, and that replaces the times 10 on your calculation. So 3E8 divided by 2.5E8, and on your calculator, n will be 1.2. And remember, n is a ratio, because it's meters per second divided by meters per second. It is not a number that needs a unit with it. So let's do the next one. The next one just says a clear plastic has an index of refraction of 1.8. How fast will light travel in the substance? So now we're not looking for the velocity. We're not looking for the n value, but we're looking for the velocity. So we know n is 1.8. We know c is 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, because we're still comparing everything to the speed of light in a vacuum. And v is what we're looking for. So rearranging the equation, v equals c over n. It's 3e8, or 3 times 10 to the 8th meters per second, divided by 1.8, which is the n value. And you get 1.7 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. Now be careful, your calculator may give you a really long number. I think I got 1.666 and a bunch of other numbers attached to it. That's okay if you write out that whole number, or you can use scientific notation as 1.7 times 10 to the 8th meters per second. Your calculator could also say 1.7E8, and technically we would give you credit for that as well. So those are our 2 examples for the index of refraction.